Hi, everyone, and welcome to the NBA on Thursday night. We're bringing it to you live here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Atlanta Hawks here at their home, State Farm Arena. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at the Jazz, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft. Here are the starters for Utah. Bailey out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. Then there's Keyonte George. And it's Williams in at the shooting guard position. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Kispert in at the three, small forward. Doris, when you look at the numbers for both of these teams, you have to be impressed with their assist totals.
Oh, my goodness, yes. No hero ball in this one. These are two groups that are focused on moving the ball and getting as many high percentage looks as they possibly can.
Now here's Markkanen. Nurkic, a screen on Johnson. George outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Markkanen sets a screen. George, that one's good.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Outside, Alexander-Walker. Intercepted! Williams against Daniels. Williams passes to Nurkic. Kicks it to George. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Atlanta. Outside, Alexander-Walker. Markkanen against Johnson. Misses the three. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Nurkic up top, covered by Johnson. Basket counts. George has got 5 now.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. And it's Utah with the ball. Following the score by Atlanta. Markkanen with a screen on Daniels. Williams from long range. Rebounded by Johnson. Now the Hawks with it. They trail by 3. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
And in that game, it wasn't just the starters who played a big part. They got a ton of points off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Bailey. Markkanen against Johnson. Nurkic a screen on Johnson. Markkanen from long range. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Okongwu, the pass to Kispert. Daniels outside. The steal. George outside. Markkanen misses.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Johnson a screen on George. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
Pass to Bailey. And here's Markkanen, covered by Johnson. There's a screen by Nurkic. Markkanen from long range. Another miss by Markkanen. The Hawks leading. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Williams against Daniels. Back to Alexander-Walker. Three-pointer off the mark. Utah has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Bailey, the pass to Markkanen. Pass to Bailey. Just 5 to shoot. And that one's long. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Kennard comes in for Kispert, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Daniels. Mikhailuk, the pass to Filipowski. Back to Mikhailuk. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Utah needs to get off a shot here. No good again that time. The Hawks lead by 3. Johnson finds McCollum. To the wing, right side. Now here's Okongwu. No made baskets yet. Kennard outside. Launches it. Love grabs the miss. Jazz trail by 3. Pass to Collier. To the paint. Mikhailuk. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
Johnson inside, covered by Filipowski.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Alexander Walker. Puts up a deep 3. That one is off. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. The Hawks on top. They lead by 3. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
We've got Luke Kennard, also C.J. McCollum out there, and it's Koloko in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now here's Filipowski. He had 16 in the win against Indiana. McCollum looks around. Kennard outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. And now an 8-point Hawks lead.
Well, guys who are known as shooters are always ready on the catch. Luke Kennard, rise and fire.
Pass to George. Gets an open look and hits it. George has got 7.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
George against McCollum. Kennard outside. No good with the triple. Jazz trail by 6. Anderson passes to George. Sinks the tray. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, those are the point forward skills of Kyle Anderson. Slow-mo finds the open teammate.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Atlanta making some changes here. Johnson, he's checked in for Koloko. Kispert comes in for Krejci. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Kennard. Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Now here's Johnson. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Heat in Miami.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Utah shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Pass to Markkanen. To the inside. Daniels outside. McCollum on the wing. Outside Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. How about Dyson Daniels, Grant? Last season, leading the league in steals.
Well, averaging over 3 a game. That mark hadn't been met in over 3 decades, BA. In the process, the Aussie earning the nickname, the Great Barrier Thief. Not bad.
Collier, no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And now the Hawks on the break. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And just outstanding hustle from Johnson. When he gets a step on the D in the open floor, it's over.
Pass to Sensabaugh. The rebound by Atlanta.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Back to Kispert from 9 feet. No good there. Jazz trail by 7. George outside. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Filipowski. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, this is why people like to play with Mr. Markkanen. This guy is a solid passer out of that forward spot.
McCollum on the wing, covered by Filipowski, and they pick up 2. And the Hawks lead by 7.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Collier, covered by Daniels. Pass to Sensabaugh. For 3. Gay with a rebound. The Hawks lead by 7. Here's Kispert driving inside.
Boy, Corey Kispert willing to be assertive and physical en route to the cup.
1:25 left in the second quarter. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Alexander Walker comes in for McCollum. Then for Utah, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Filipowski. Williams comes in for Sensabaugh. And Bailey subbed in for George. Pass to Collier. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. Amongst the bigs, power forwards and centers, these are the top foul shooters. Lauri Markkanen on top.
A great foul shooter. Here's a big you can't just hack at because he'll make you pay at the line. Plus, he gets you in foul trouble.
The Hawks lead by 9. Outside, Alexander Walker. Kispert outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Kispert's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, my goodness. There are just certain guys that are so dangerous off the catch. Kispert, one of those people.
Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Bailey to stop the run. Sinks it from distance. Bailey's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Alexander Walker, the pass to Johnson. Here's Collier. And he lays it in on the break.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Outside, Alexander Walker. On the wing, Daniels. Johnson against Markkanen. Clock at 4. And here's Kispert from the arc. And the Hawks with another 3. And here's Markkanen. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Nurkic a screen on Johnson. Markkanen from long range. And so it's Atlanta ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder. And, Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West.
You look at the Jazz, they're frustrated, and you can understand their frustration. They were expected to be good this year. Their fan base was fired up, but it just hasn't come together.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Hawks.
They've been locked in. Locked in. They know what they want, and they know how to get it. Kind of like Shaq at the barbecue.
Say, Diesel, what's your favorite dish at a cookout?
Cereal in a bowl. At a barbecue?
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You look at Corey Kispert. What a contribution.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave the team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Lauri Markkanen out there with Jusuf Nurkic. Then it's Williams, then it's Bailey, and it's George in at the point guard position. Williams from long range.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those. Guys?"
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Daniels with it. Guarded now by Williams. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Bailey. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Pass to George. To halt the run. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Alexander Walker. And it's Daniels with the ball for Atlanta. A 17-point lead, their biggest. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. And a miss there on the triple.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Back to George. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Markkanen. And here's Bailey for 3. The rebound by Atlanta.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Kispert's got 13.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Jazz trail by 20. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. All right, the Jazz making a change here. Collier's checked in. And a chance here to check out some stats for Lauri Markkanen.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pass to Collier. Inside, here's Nurkic. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Doris, while he's selective about it, Yusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Yusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
Now here's George. 10 points for him.
This is why you select Keontae George. This guy is very capable of huge offensive nights.
Daniels outside. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Johnson for three. Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz trail by 18. Here we go. Oh, swiped away. Pass to Daniels. Back to Johnson. Now Daniels. Releases. And Atlanta misses again. For Utah, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Down low. Here's Kispert. Utah grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now. Markkanen misses.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Here's Collier. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Great open look there.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that three-point shooting ability.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Gay's checked in for Okongwu. Newell comes in for Johnson. Kennard, he's checked in for Kispert. And it's McCollum in for Daniels. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Filipowski, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Hendricks comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Mikhailuk's checked in for Bailey. And Sensabaugh subbed in for George. Here's Sensabaugh following the score by Atlanta. Here's Collier. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Atlanta leading by 17. Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 5. McCollum outside. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
And oftentimes, you just assume McCollum's J is going in. He's this good of a shooter. It's incredible.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Collier. 3-pointer. Gay with a rebound. On offense, here are the Hawks. They're on a 16-7 run. McCollum with it. Offensively, he's been a force. He's putting up around 19 points a game. The 3-ball. No good. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks out in front by 19 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Trying to maintain that edge right now. Coach Snyder encouraging his guys.
Solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got C.J. McCollum. He's out there with Luke Kennard, and it's Gay in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Atlanta with the ball. Following the bucket by Utah. He buries it from 3.
They're keeping the defense honest. Johnson cashes in from the corner.
McCollum against George. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh. The 3 is up. That shot missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, BA, it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA. Is quite staggering, but there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
Here's McCollum following the bucket by Utah. 5 on the clock. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by George.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. That one falls.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. The Hawks making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. Markkanen's checked in for Utah. The Hawks lead by 16. McCollum outside. Kennard outside. No good on the 3. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. It's George on the wing. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shot from the wing. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
And Atlanta misses again.
Boy, his teammates have really picked him up. But I'm sure, boy, they'd love something down the stretch out of this guy.
Pass to Filipowski. Markkanen outside. The three-pointer is true from Markkanen.
Whatever the range is, Lauri Markkanen has it. He is such a sweet shooter.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Atlanta making some changes. Kispert's checked in for Krejci. Dyson Daniels comes in for Kennard. And it's Alexander Walker in for C.J. McCollum. Then for Utah, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Filipowski. Bailey comes in for Sensabaugh. And Williams is subbed in for Collier. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. So it's Utah now. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. Here's Markkanen. Down low, Markkanen.
Boy, Markkanen uses his size to great effect down low.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Now here's Alexander Walker. George defending. Kispert outside. From 12 feet out, Cash.
Guys, everything coming together for Kispert right now. He's just in such a good rhythm.
Now Markkanen. Markkanen sets a screen. Oh, the 7-footer, Lauri Markkanen.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight. There's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Alexander Walker with it. Picked up by Markkanen. On the wing, Alexander Walker. And count it.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Hawks.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Johnson.
You love this guy's confidence. He believes every shot is going in, and boy, a whole lot of them did.
Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Now here's George. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. There's a screen by Nurkic. Bailey. It's good! What a J! This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
On the wing, Daniels. Williams defending. 5 to shoot. Oh, it's stolen away. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Johnson.